Today is a day of celebration, geeks. It took us a while, but we finally surpassed 100 subs. My name is Phil, and on behalf of everyone at Totally Awesome Geeks, I would like to thank each and every one of you who tolerates our geekiness. So, in honor of this achievement, I would like to share our goals and plans for the future and address some of the comments we have received in our videos thus far. Firstly, from the start and from the heart, we wanted this channel to make us lots of money. I'm just kidding. We aimed to make something educational while still talking about the stuff we feel very passionate about, like video games, movies, and cartoons. Filmology, of course, came from our passion for movies, and Art in Motion came from our love and nostalgia for good old cartoons. And speaking of nostalgia, why don't you take my hand and join me on a walk down the memory lane of the comment section. On our Game Logic episode on Deus Ex, Kania Sun Tzu left a very elaborate comment on the nature of humanity and the link to an article that questions the existence of free will. There is a part that states the question should be, does he do things for good, or does he inflict suffering, destruction, poverty on the world around him? You could say the definition of good is a lot more complicated than it should be in this day and age. Everyone has their own perception of good, and understandably, this sometimes complicates things. I mean, for example, you can rarely bring up topics like abortion, death penalty, or global warming without a heated debate. Pun intended. Bob Fritchell said that we only scratched the surface of the cyberpunk, which is true. Sure, we could have made an hour or 2 hour in-depth documentary about the game and its themes, but for the sake of people's time, we wanted to keep things simple and short. But we admire your enthusiasm. Pun intended. I'm not sure I'm using that right. Corvid Dude made a great comment saying that all humans can be viewed as biological machines, which is a very interesting thought. Furthermore, Atom's augmentations are made of molecules that can be found in nature. Ergo, on a technical level, Atom has no unnatural enhancements. Pun into... Okay, I just realized it doesn't work for everything. Kenny W. Dev said, why not both? To which we at Totally Awesome Geeks say, why don't you take a train? On our Art in Motion Samurai Jack video, Yellow Bus Rider said, Jack isn't his name. Aku calls him that to point out his insignificance. Rewatch the first 2 episodes if you don't believe me. Okay, you got us. Jack isn't his real name, but that makes an interesting mystery on what the samurai's real name is. But we called him Jack for the sake of simplicity. I mean, sheesh. He didn't have to say it all mean, even though I just realized it sounded mean because of the way I read it. God! Castle Keeps left this. In the show's 4-year run. Haha, you're funny. First of all, thank you. And secondly, yes, the show was actually on the air for a little over 3 years, but we made the mistake of calculating the number of seasons rather than the release dates. Usually it takes a year for the shows to get released, so we thought 4 seasons had to equal 4 years, but we were wrong. This is a minor mistake, but a mistake nonetheless, and for a YouTube channel that prides on educating people, we think this had to be addressed. And lastly, I would like to officially announce that Totally Awesome Geeks would be partnering with BBTV. Hopefully with their help, we could celebrate 1,000 subs sooner than expected. But don't worry and put your minds at ease, we would still be providing the same level of quality content that you deserve and that you grew to love. And for now, that would be all. Remember, if you love what we do, then keep watching our videos because the support we've received so far means the world to us. Tell your friends about us, be sure to like and subscribe, and continue leaving your totally awesome comments, geeks, because we do love to read them. My name is Phil, and stay awesome.